Please welcome Ryan David Green.
Thank you. In Tucson, where I'm from, we have these cactus that will only bloom. They're not much to look at the whole year. And then one night out of the whole year, they will bloom. They're called Queen of the Night, or Reina de la Noche. And you can kind of see it's coming. You know it's coming. You start staying up a little later, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And you hope to catch it because it will bloom at 10 or 11 p.m. and be open under the moonlight, this beautiful bloom. And then come sunrise, it withers and is gone. And I feel like it's this incredibly sacred, special thing. And it feels to me kind of like this metaphor for those of us who maybe have our best and most proud moment when nobody sees it. Probably all the moms here are like, yeah, every day. So this is a song, an instrumental I wrote inspired by that beautiful plant. This is called Reina de la Noche. Thank you. Well, there's been a lot of stories about performers with young kids, and I've got one of my own. Well, I've got two kids, but I've got one story. And when my son was about 4 years old, I was putting him to bed. We were at my mother-in-law's house in Michigan, and my family was downstairs playing cards, and I was on bedtime duty putting my son to bed, and he was kind of overtired and in an unusual place, so he was taking a little longer to fall asleep since it wasn't his normal bedroom. And he would almost drift off, and then he'd sit up, and he was getting really like existential. He said, "Dad, when we die, do we go straight to heaven, or does it take a while to get there?" And I was like, "Straight shot. You're right away. Yeah, go to sleep, son." And but I was a little bit shaken by it because he was scared, and he was thinking about dying, and then he sat up again, and he said, "But Dad, when I get there, will it be hard for us to find each other?" And I was like, "No, I'll be right there. You'll be able to find me." But he's picturing like Lost in Walmart or something situation, which is very scary. And I got like shaken by it. I got him to sleep, but he was in tears, and I started being in tears, and I came back downstairs and rejoined the card table with my mother-in-law and my wife, and they could see I had tears. They were like, "What happened at bedtime?" And I was like, "I don't want to talk about it. Just deal me in." But I think I processed it a little over time, and this is a song from that experience. This is called Afterlife. I've been searching for the other side, a place I'll get to where I'm who I am. I know what's right and feel so definite inside that I'm not the only one. You were talking about the afterlife, wondering how we'll know we got there. Will it take some time to find each other in the infinite, lost in every one, staring at the sun? Looking out at all the stars tonight, they could die and for 1,000 years still be burning bright. And that's the most that we could hope for, that our light would echo on. So take me with you when you go, 'cause we are better off together than we ever could be alone. And when all is said and done, I'll know we're not the only ones staring at the sun. What they say, what we are, empty space, light and dark. Suns will rise, stars will fall, distance growing through it all. Well, there are secrets that belong to you. If you share them, I'll be listening. If that's what you want to do. Thanks. About a decade ago, I entered a songwriting contest by Martin Guitars. They were giving away a Martin guitar, and you just had to use. They were promoting their new Lifespan string, and you had to write a song that used the word lifespan in it. And I entered a song, and I made it to the top three. The final round was the top three of what I can only assume were millions and millions of entrants. And I was looking at the video. All of us final entrants had a video of us playing the song, and I looked at contestant one and watched his song. And in his video, actually, I didn't even have to watch the song. I just looked at the thumbnail, and contestant one was playing a Martin guitar in his video, and contestant two was playing a Martin guitar in his video, and contestant three was playing an old Ovation guitar in his video, and contestant three did not win that contest due to some poor calculations on the guitar for the video. But what happened is I got an email from a fan of my group, Ryan Hood, who said, what do you need a Martin for? I will hand build you an acoustic guitar and gift it to you. And I was like, what? Yeah, all of us play guitar here, right? And everybody's like, that would be the greatest thing ever. And so I met this woman. Her name is Beth Mayer, and she had moved from Wisconsin to Tucson and was working part-time as a veterinarian and part-time building ukuleles and guitars. And so she worked with me to build this instrument, and I would check in on the progress periodically, and one day I went over to check on it, and she was really down, and I asked her what was going on, and she said she had just gotten a re-diagnosis of cancer, and that it was a bad outlook. And I was like, okay, guitar on hold, like let's focus on you, on your health. But she was really insistent, like, no, that's my happy place in my workshop. That's what I want to be doing. And I want to be building this instrument in my shed, kind of focusing on that. And so she did. And she built that instrument, built me a beautiful, amazing sounding dreadnought guitar that I don't bring on the road usually, but because it's so kind of special and sacred. And about a month after she finished the build and presented it to me, she passed away. And it was, it's like it becomes this incredibly sacred object that like this person who had become a friend and then was passing away, like it felt like she literally put part of her spirit into this instrument. You know, she was like, this is what she had a finite amount of time and chose to sort of spend it on this instrument. So it remains, even though it's a sad ending to the story, you know, that of her life, it feels to me like she is still a companion of mine. And I sometimes bring her guitar out. I play her this next song I wrote for her. It's called Song for Beth. I wrote it on her guitar and recorded it on her guitar. And I'll sometimes play in parts of the country where people who did know her, especially if I'm in Wisconsin, will know her, and they'll say, "Oh, that song is so Beth." And so anyway, even though it's sad she's gone, to me, every year since she's been gone, I feel closer and closer and closer to her through this instrument I get to carry and play. So I'm going to finish. Thanks for listening to the story. This is Song for Beth. Thanks very much. I'm Ryan David Green.